Only 11 years ago, the minnows of SSV Markranstädt, a small town in East Germany, had their 5th tier playing rights purchased. The new owners changed their name to RB Leipzig, and 4 promotions in 7 seasons completed a meteoric rise from regional semi-professional football to the pinnacle of the German game in the Bundesliga. And in their first season in the top flight, the club finished as runners-up to Bayern Munich. It is a true fairy tale story, facilitated by a multi-billion-dollar beverage corporation owned by one of the richest men on earth. Naturally, all of German football has embraced Leipzig and their rags-to-riches story. They haven't, but that's another story for another time. Anyhow, RB Leipzig's Bundesliga debut wasn't that long ago, coming in August 2016 against Hoffenheim, so personally I'd have held off on this video for another couple of years. Unfortunately, I think if I'd have done that, then HITC Sevens' head might have blown off, since as you can see, he has suggested this video not once, not twice, not 3 times. You get the idea. And in his defense, it has proved to be a popular suggestion. Without further ado then, here is RB Leipzig's first Bundesliga 11. Where are they now? Peter Gulacsi, RB Leipzig. The story of RB Leipzig might not really be much of a fairy tale, but the rise of Peter Gulacsi really is something. The Hungarian shot-stopper spent 5 years at Liverpool in his early years, during which time he didn't play a single game. There were loan moves to Hereford, Tranmere and Hull, and Gulacsi didn't stand out in either League One or the Championship. As a Hull City fan, I can tell you we had a habit of loaning goalkeepers around that time. We had Vito Mannone from Arsenal, Brad Guzan from Villa, David Stockdale from Fulham, and Ben Amos from Manchester United. Mannone was the pick of the bunch, whilst Amos and Gulacsi would battle it out for the wooden spoon. Certainly, none of us watched him at the KC Stadium and said, that lad will be playing in the Champions League one day. Huge credit is due to Gulacsi for proving many doubters wrong, and he has certainly come a long way over the last 7 or 8 years. Following 2 seasons at Red Bull Salzburg, Gulacsi joined Leipzig in 2015, and he has been their number 1 ever since. Leipzig have the joint best defensive record in the Bundesliga this season, along with Bayern Munich, and the fact that Gulacsi is mixing it with Manuel Neuer for the Golden Glove is testament to his performances this season. Willi Orban, RB Leipzig. Although RB Leipzig invested heavily in order to climb from the 5th to the 1st tier of German football, they have actually kept faith in a number of players who were involved in at least one of their promotions. Willi Orban also joined Leipzig in 2015, from Kaiserslautern in his case, for a fee of €2.5 million. Orban was a fan favourite at Kaiserslautern, but claimed he couldn't turn down the chance to work with Ralf Rangnick, and Leipzig won promotion in Orban's debut campaign. Born in Germany to a Hungarian mother and a Polish father, Orban is a teammate of Gulacsi's at both club and international level, having only made his Hungary debut in 2018. Bano Schmitz, Cologne. Munich-born former Bayern Munich trainee Bano Schmitz never made a first-team appearance at the Allianz Arena. Like Peter Gulacsi, he arrived at RB Leipzig following a couple of seasons at Red Bull Salzburg. Schmitz never really established himself at Leipzig, making 17 appearances in his debut campaign, but just 2 the following season. In the summer of 2018, the 25-year-old joined recently relegated FC Cologne for €1.5 million, with whom he won promotion last season. Cologne are now mid-table in the Bundesliga, and Schmitz has made 13 appearances in all competitions at the Rhein Energy Stadion this season. Marcel Halstenberg, RB Leipzig. The first German international in this 11, Marcel Halstenberg is a popular figure at RB Leipzig who has quietly become a key man at the Red Bull Arena. One of a number of players signed by the club in the summer of 2015, the former Borussia Dortmund 2-star arrived at Leipzig for somewhere in the region of €3 million from St. Pauli. The move was not well received by St. Pauli fans, where Halstenberg had spent 2 seasons, but the fullback won promotion to the Bundesliga for the first time in his debut campaign at Leipzig. Barring a couple of injuries, he has been a regular fixture ever since, establishing himself as one of the most consistent fullbacks in the Bundesliga and winning 6 caps for the German national team. Marvin Compper, Duisburg. A familiar face to Celtic fans, Marvin Compper had a nightmarish 18 months with the Glasgow Giants. Whilst the team continued their relentless domination of the Scottish game, Compper played little part, registering 1 appearance in his first half-season with the club and no appearances in his only full season at Celtic Park. The former Fiorentina and Mönchengladbach man, who was capped once by Germany in 2008, arrived at Celtic from RB Leipzig. Compper spent 3.5 seasons in East Germany, registering 79 appearances in total. The 34-year-old centre-back left Celtic last summer and now plays for German third-tier side MSV Duisburg. Marcel Sabitzer, RB Leipzig. Austrian international Marcel Sabitzer is among the longest serving players at RB Leipzig, having joined the club in 2014 following their promotion from the third tier. He spent his first season contracted to Leipzig on loan at RB Salzburg, who anyone would think somehow had close ties to RB Leipzig given the number of players who played for both, but he was a key man in 2015-16 when Leipzig won promotion to the Bundesliga. Now in his fifth season in the Leipzig starting 11, Sabitzer has been outstanding so far this term. The pacey, hard-working and versatile wide man scored 15 goals in 35 games before the season was suspended, by far the best campaign of his career. Capped 41 times by Austria, Sabitzer's father Herfried Sabitzer was also an Austrian international, meanwhile his cousin Thomas Sabitzer plays for Lask in Austria. Stefan Ilsanker, Eintracht Frankfurt. The second consecutive Austrian international in RB Leipzig's first Bundesliga 11, let me surprise you by telling you that Stefan Ilsanker joined RB Leipzig from RB Salzburg. I know, what are the chances? The big defensive midfielder was among Leipzig's first raft of arrivals in the summer of 2015, and he spent the next 4.5 years at the Red Bull Arena. A regular fixture throughout that time, Ilsanker made 131 appearances for the club, and he has been capped 41 times by Austria. In January 2020, the 30-year-old midfield enforcer joined Eintracht Frankfurt on a 2-year deal. Dominik Kaiser, Hanover. One of two scorers for RB Leipzig in their Bundesliga debut, along with Marcel Sabitzer, as they drew 2-2 with Hoffenheim. Dominik Kaiser joined RB Leipzig very early on in their rapid ascent through the divisions. The uncapped German midfielder was signed in 2012 when Leipzig was still in the non-professional fourth tier of the German game. The former Hoffenheim backup subsequently spent 6 seasons as a key man at the Red Bull Arena, and when he left in 2018, he was given a testimonial match by virtue of being the club's longest serving player at that time. Kaiser left Leipzig in a move to Brøndby, where he spent 18 months, before returning to Germany in a move to Hanover earlier this year. Diego Demme, Napoli. The second player from RB Leipzig's first Bundesliga 11 to have left the club in the January transfer window just gone, Diego Demme was also among the club's longest serving players. Capped once by Germany in 2017, Demme joined Leipzig from Paderborn in January 2014 when the club was still in the third tier. Over the next 6 years, he played 214 games for the Bundesliga title hopefuls, which isn't far off a club record. Demme brought an end to his time at Leipzig a couple of months ago in a €12 million move to Serie A side Napoli, stating that he was proud of the role that he had played in the club's rise upon his departure. Yussuf Poulsen, RB Leipzig. Diego Demme isn't far off the club record number of appearances at RB Leipzig, but the actual record appearance holder is Yussuf Poulsen. The longest serving player at the Red Bull Arena, Poulsen arrived in the summer of 2013, shortly after their promotion to the third tier, which is the first level of professional football in Germany. Poulsen was earning rave reviews in Denmark's youth ranks at the time, and it was a signing that would have been far beyond the capabilities of any other third tier outfit within the German game. The towering teenager arrived in East Germany and immediately made a big impression, scoring 10 goals in 36 league games. Almost what you might call a defensive forward, scoring goals isn't Poulsen's bread and butter, but he does still chip in with a fair few. He is tall, strong, excellent in the air, and has a fabulous work rate. Now in his 7th season with the club, Poulsen has starred for Leipzig in 3 different divisions, scoring 61 goals in a record 228 games. He has also won more than 40 caps for Denmark, aged only 25, and he provides an excellent foil for the man up next. Timo Werner, RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig's joint record goalscorer of all time, soon to overtake lower league superstar Daniel Frahn, Timo Werner has scored 88 goals in just 150 games for the Bundesliga side. Leipzig's Bundesliga debut was also Werner's Leipzig debut, and signing the young striker has turned out to be an absolute masterstroke by the Red Bull franchise. Werner had previously scored 14 goals in 103 games for Stuttgart at a very young age, and he was Leipzig's marquee signing in many respects when they first won promotion to the Bundesliga in 2016. Aged 20 at the time, Werner immediately exploded into life, bagging 21 goals in 31 league games before winning his first caps and scoring his first goals for Germany. 4 years on, he is now Germany's main centre forward and has already had his best ever season despite the Bundesliga being suspended, having scored 27 goals in 36 games so far this term. The youngest player to score 2 goals in a Bundesliga match, the youngest player to reach 150 Bundesliga appearances, and the youngest to reach 200 Bundesliga appearances, Werner was an inspired signing by Leipzig for just €10 million, and he's now being linked with the likes of Manchester United, Liverpool, and Manchester City. That's it for RB Leipzig's first ever Bundesliga 11. Their 3 subs that day who came on were Emil Forsberg, who is still at the club, Massimo Bruno, who now plays for Charleroi, and Davy Selke, currently of Werder Bremen. Meanwhile, Leipzig's manager at the time, Ralf Hasenhüttl, now manages Premier League side Southampton. Thank you all for watching, absolutely destroy the like button if you enjoyed the video, and obviously don't be so foolish as to be the last one of your mates to subscribe to HITC Sevens. Also, if you take a look at your screen now, there should be a couple of suggested videos of other videos of mine you might like. The one on the right is a short documentary about the only country that plays no football, whilst the one on the left is a look at 7 of the most improved teams of the last decade, which might just include RB Leipzig themselves.